Hi, I'm Hannah and I want to help you negotiate in online marketplaces like Craigslist, LetGo, and PawnGuru. I'm going to share with you the 4 rules you need to know to get the best deal possible, whatever service you're using. Our rules come from former FBI negotiator Chris Voss's book, Never Split the Difference, and from researching negotiation techniques of all kinds. One of the best places to study negotiation? Pawn shops. We've examined tens of thousands of conversations between buyers and sellers from all over the country. So whether you're in the pawn shop, the courtroom, or even the boardroom, these are the 4 rules you need to know to negotiate a win in any marketplace. Rule 1. Use open-ended questions. You walk into a pawn shop with an item to sell, but you don't get the offer that you want. Suddenly, your local pawn shop transforms into a boardroom. Every word you say matters, so watch closely. Use open-ended questions. To paraphrase Chris Voss, you want to respond with a question that doesn't have a clear answer. He argues this provides 2 valuable things. For you, space to think, and for the other person, what he calls the illusion of control. The other person will feel like they're in control of the situation, which is key for keeping your negotiation smooth and constructive. In this context, that might look like this.
That old thing? The only thing I could offer you for that is $120.
How can I accept that? Nice, now the tables are turning. Time for rule 2, deploy tactical silence. Seriously, don't say anything. Let the awkward silence linger. All the time, people walk into pawn shops and talk themselves down. When you reach this point in the negotiation, the silence gives your counterpart room to think. They can then use this room to do one of 2 things, both of which can be good for you. In one world, they might make you a higher offer. And if that doesn't happen, they might still reveal more about their needs. Let's see what that second one looks like.
Well, I can't go higher than 120. Well, you didn't even bring the charging cords, so I would have to buy the cords just to be able to sell it.
I'm in luck. I've got the cords in my pocket, but I'll keep that knowledge in my pocket too. For now. I understand. What could you offer me with the cords?
Fine. If you could get the cords to me by the end of the day, I'll offer you $165.
Because you let the silence linger, you let the other person express their needs. Now you have the advantage in your back pocket. Keep your cool. It's time for Rule 3. Rule 3, empathize and verbalize. This is another Chris Voss special that some of the best pawn shop owners in the country use to negotiate against you. This rule can be really hard to follow when you're stressed or in a hurry, but it pays to show you understand the position of your counterpart. You do that in one of 2 ways. The first, if you're negotiating in person, is body language. And the second, which works in person and online, is to say how you think your counterpart might be feeling, to give a name or a label to the situation respectfully. If you think that negotiating is all about hard edges and tough talk, you may be surprised by this. Why should you show weakness? But the truth is that showing understanding isn't weakness, it's strength. Watch this.
If you had the cords, the best I could do would be $150.
It seems like you're concerned with how much you can resell this for.
Of course I am.
How come?
Well, it's hard to resell these online, so I would have to package it really nice in the store. And these things take a while to move.
That makes sense. I think I understand your situation. Rule 4, keep your cool and remember your training. Starting to sweat? We're in it deep now, but you have to keep your cool. All of these tactics rely on you being present and attentive. If you let your emotions overwhelm your training, you're not going to succeed. Here's an example of what that might look like.
$150, that's the best I could do.
$150? What are you, an idiot? I could get twice this somewhere else.
Oh yeah? Then go somewhere else. Get out.
Not great. Remember, keep your cool, and it should go something like this.
$150, that's the best I could do.
I understand you have to resell this for a profit, and I'm really grateful to you for working through this with me. I want to sell today, but I just can't at that price. If I could get the cords to you by the end of the day, is there any way you could move your offer up? By keeping cool and asking open-ended questions, you're allowing your counterpart to feel like they're in control of the situation. When people feel like they're out of control, they tend to be aggressive and punitive, not generous and flexible. When you strengthen your counterpart's illusion of control, you're in control.
Fine. If you could get the chords to me by the end of the day, I'll offer you 165.
I'll get them today. And thank you so much for working with me on this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad we could come to a deal.
Even though negotiating can seem daunting, if you follow our 4 easy steps, you can apply these techniques to any marketplace. You'll not only get the best deals, but you'll develop working relationships for all of your future negotiations. Thanks for watching, and click below to subscribe to get more tips.